and good afternoon. This is just a brief introduction video to give you a general idea of the layout of the class and some of our expectations and what you can look for as we start the school year. So first of all, my name is Mrs. Kinder. A little bit about me. I've taught at Trinity. This is my 13th year teaching at Trinity, and it's my 7th year teaching math exclusively. My first 6 years teaching here, I taught a lot of different subjects, primarily more humanities, English, psychology. I taught Bible, and then I eventually transitioned over into math. Currently, I hold 2 certifications in math and counseling, so that's just a little bit about my education. My family background, I've been married for 12 years to my husband, Robert. He's Dr. Kinder. Many of you know Dr. Kinder, the upper division principal, and that's his son, my husband, and high school sweethearts. We have been married ever since. So we have 3 children pictured here in the slide, and we have 1 more on the way. He's due October 9th. We're naming him Trip. And so I will be taking a maternity leave in the second quarter. My maternity leave teacher, she's incredibly sharp and brilliant, and I'm excited to partner with her as I kind of go through this transition. And I'll still be very active and involved in what's going on in the classroom, but I think you will really like her as well. Okay, so that's a little bit about me, and now let's talk about the class resources. There's 2 very important class resources that I need every student actively engaged in. The first one is the YouTube channel, and many of you possibly had Mrs. Vorpal last year and are familiar with Doceri and the way that we record our lessons when we teach. I do the same thing. And of course, this is a really important resource, especially if you need to go back and hear the lesson again. And it's definitely proven very helpful. Now, these videos are going to be directly accessed through your Google Classroom. You don't have to worry about going to YouTube to search for them. However, they are there and archived if you want to go straight to my channel. We'll talk a little bit more about Google Classroom in just a minute. The other very important resource is our online textbook. Again, if you're returning from last year, you know that in the 4th quarter we used bigideasmath.com to do as a platform to give out our assignments, homework, quizzes, and tests. For our virtual students, we're taking the same approach. And for our in-class students, we are also assigning all homework to be completed through the Big Ideas portal. These homework assignments are also in their textbook, so you can still use your textbook to find the problems. The same problems will be assigned on Big Ideas Math. And I'll give a lot more instructions the first week of school. We'll do the first several assignments together just to make sure everybody's on the same page. Now, I've included the instructions on how to create your username and password here in this PowerPoint. You're more than welcome to pause the PowerPoint and jump over to bigideasmath.com and go ahead and create that information. I just ask that you write it down and make sure you bring it the first day of school. If you don't want to do it yet, we're doing this together. All right, so students will be allowed to bring their phones or tablets into class, and we'll be doing this together the first day of school. So either way, we'll be looking for 100% participation. All students must be logged into the online portal, as this will be very important for us to complete classwork online, especially for our virtual students as we kind of move into this year. Okay, so what to expect week one? Just as kind of a general rundown, obviously we're aware that we're coming off of really just a 5-month extended break, and that we're going to kind of move back into our academics and classroom procedures slowly, and make it as painless as possible. So day one, obviously we're going over class expectations, we're getting to know each other. We will start some of the Google Classroom training, and that's being divided by subject. So in each one of their classes, we will be teaching the students different parts of Google Classroom. Day two, we'll be handing out textbooks and jumping into our first lesson. Again, this is going to be kind of a slow easing into it. I plan on practicing homework together in class, again, so everybody's on the same page and knows what to expect going in. So I don't expect you, obviously, especially the students, to completely just like know exactly what we're going to do the first week, but I do want to reassure you that that we're easing back into things. We're trying to make everybody as comfortable as possible. Our cleaning protocols, the training that's going into just all of our safety procedures and protocols has been really extensive this week, and I'm really confident that we can enter the school year next week and really just start off on the right foot and be successful. You should have received or be shortly receiving your instructions for logging into Google Classroom. This is incredibly important to stay up to speed with upcoming assignments, assignment completion. Really what we're doing in class is not possible unless you are plugged into Google Classroom as well. So I'll be really pushing that pretty hard next week to make sure everybody is plugged in and connected, and that'll be a lot of our focus. So again, I'm looking forward to a great school year. I think it's going to be really beneficial as we go into pre-algebra, which obviously we know is the step into Algebra 1, and very, very important foundational concepts there. So please just reach out, email me, call the school, leave a message, whatever method of communication you need, and I will make sure that I get back to you. Thank you and have a great day.